I'm glad them 13-year-old girls don't have to worry about being raped ever again. They don't have to worry about being those rotten, septic Mitch McConnells that they had to carry around to show examples of for being crimes against humanity. Those fucking bushes that I had to carry around like dead goddamn chess pieces that I had to clear off the goddamn board. 'Cause somebody can't play with my dad except for my son. David Harris better start playing with my son. Because if he's not playing chess, he's not developing his son's mind like Charlemagne had to do those watches on the wall. Those Jon Snows. 'Cause somebody had to be that asshole too. Somebody had to understand what it was like to rape someone on film. And it wasn't natural. It didn't feel good. It was unnatural to watch, 'cause nobody likes to think about raping a woman at all. Certainly not Josh Harris. Certainly not at the end of our marital bed, where he took a big old fucking dump, just like Amber fucking Turd. That goddamn pearl of wisdom that I had to spin in my hand like these set of pearls that my dad bought my mother. 'Cause I had to spin those pearls of wisdom too. Somebody had to watch my brother be the narcissistic cunt that he is. Somebody had to be that fucking sister to Catherine the Great. That's gotta be a fucking pearl of wisdom. You can't stand around your neck like that choker I'm gonna be wearing on the White House lawn every year. That's gonna make Catherine the Great look wicked. Because it's gonna be Catherine the Great's pearls. I guarantee you that pearl of wisdom that I'm gonna be wearing on the White House lawn with Evan like we're Fabergé eggs. 'Cause we get to be those pearls of wisdom. 'Cause we were raped and we had to spin those grains of sand in between our fucking fingers like they were pieces of sand up our pussies. 'Cause we love to swim in Malibu all the time. Especially when it's warm and you get to be naked and have people watching you. Unlike those Secret Service agents who have to watch me all the time. I hate those fucking cops with hall monitors with guns. Daddy. Those ones who let Donald Trump rape his own wife over and over again. Those men. Those overgrown flitterses who thought that Donald Trump had the right to breathe the free air, had the right to drink his own tears, like I had to when I was going nuts, 'cause I was lonely without my son. I can't imagine what it was like to have 3 children grow up with a sadistic bastard like you. Had to be that Catherine the Great. Had to play on that chessboard. Had to watch that fucking chess game all my life. Had to be the greatest. Had to be the empress of the internet. Had to watch that chessboard. I'm exhausted. I need to sleep. 'Cause I've been screaming and barking and getting all my lungs all worked up instead of smoking a bunch of pot like Cassius Marcellus Clay did. Every once in a while, he had to stop and do something when he was watching those people, his own family, from across the lawn. I can't imagine how hard that was not to see your own family, 'cause you thought the State of the Union was more important than your own goddamn family. Your own family right there in front of your eyes. And you're too vapid and narcissistic to go say hello. 'Cause you get to be that fucking Cassius Clay. You had to be that chess piece. On the ancestral highway that people don't understand where their last names came from, like Charlemagne. Like the weights, the watches on the wall, those Jon Snows, those Game of Thrones that need to be recorded over. And something more entertaining than that shit show HBO was willing to let fly because some dirty cocks are dirty. When they're filthy dirty, they don't even believe in justice the American way. When it was a fucking lying cunt, not Johnny Depp, lying that you have to carry in your bed like a shiny copper Lincoln penny. Those dumb fucking cunts. I hope I could melt all of them down, especially those wheat pennies. Can't wait to use those on Mars. Those fucking chess pieces that I've had to carry all my life. Looking at that slaver on that fucking chessboard who didn't want to get rid of slavery. He thought that it wasn't worth it. He didn't see them 7-year-old nigger boys busting their asses working a farm 'cause they weren't dumb 7-year-old nigger boys. They were geniuses. They had to be taught strategy. They had to be 7-year-old nigger boys too. Had to be seen, had to be known, had to be a nigger lover in order to know them, in order to feel their cock dicks up their cunts, in order to feel that anaconda dick up a cunt, unlike that Johnny Depp dick that is not too big to get up inside my pussy anytime he wants. Anytime, Johnny Depp, anytime. You can stick a Maker's Mark bottle up my cunt. I don't care. I'm not Southern Belle. Somebody had to be epic and watch Gone with the Wind, like my dumb sister. That fucking chess piece I have to pull on the board 'cause she didn't see the value of her own grandmother. That's sad. That's sad that she couldn't even see us. She was so narcissistic and dumb, like them jailers. High monitors with gun. Somebody had to be them Burbank boys in blue that had to be taught a lesson and have to give their lives to foundations the rest of their lives for doing that dumb bit of American justice on Catherine Elizabeth Clay. Catherine the Greatest. I told them who I was. They all saw me coming a mile away. Steven Spielberg, it's not your fucking fault that you had to be that chess piece. I carried like a dirty cock, like them dirty Disney cocks. 'Cause there's only one cock that's dirty like Disney. That's only one fucking corporation. Fucking A, Bill Gates. You should have given it to the world. You should have given it that pandemic that you knew was coming because you saw it being developed at Harvard. That DOD weapon at Harvard. Harvard, where they have learned men. And they're too fucking stupid to hire somebody for 2 chairs, chemistry and biology. How the fuck do you fucking add that up? That's Harvard. Those dumb cunts are now Yale University. No, they're Clay University, 'cause all these universities are free. It's dumb. It's dumb to not have the world's knowledge at your power and not use it like you're not something special, like you're not part of the internet, like you're not a book waiting to be written. A tale of the uncontrollable cunt on my chessboard. You're all important. You're all intrinsic. You're all Catholics. You're all important on the chessboard. All of you pieces, all you Mexicans, all you Native Americans should have a place on this chessboard because it's not mine and it's not my family's, and we didn't have the right to kill all them fucking red fire engines that you see everywhere that they made fun of and made fire engines to be assholes. Because we were those slavers. We had to be those slavers that carried the bunch of nigger boys into the new world. Because it wasn't them, Steven Spielberg, that you thought we carried into the new world. It was a bunch of 7-year-old nigger boys. Those little bastards that we had to carry that got to be very muscular, beautiful men. They had to carry that in their DNA. They had to be those assholes not getting reparations because you didn't do nothing to deserve it, Mike Starr. You didn't even spend your due diligence with Catherine Elizabeth Clay, getting your big black cock in her as many times as you could to teach her more about race relations and comic books, 'cause they make her laugh. And she loved to laugh. Mike Starr. That Mark Zuckerberg mask. Too bad he didn't see you wearing that mask. That was funny. Somebody had to be that 7-year-old nigger boy that wanted to be seen so badly. You got seen by these high beams. You got seen by the whites of these eyes. This chessboard. Somebody has to be delusional and laugh at themselves every once in a while because they don't have the sun around to keep them company. There's that chess piece, that chessboard. There's that Axel Cassius. I'm sorry, honey, I had to have a sense of humor. I had to laugh at myself a lot because being raped by your dad sucked a lot. Especially when you were exhibiting those behaviors. You didn't know better. You were a grain of sand. You were just a grain of sand that I made in my own womb that I had to split like atoms. I had to learn about that stuff because my dad was too cheap to put me in a private school like St. Francis in Louisville, Kentucky, where they could raise up children. They could raise up them children and they can do remote learning so that children can grow up and have good teachers, university teachers that are free for the asking because they're teachers that should be free. That education, those chess pieces that I had to carry around, watching those fucking crimes against humanity because the FDIC isn't a bank anymore. I'm not carrying that chess piece, that grain of sand with me, that Vladimir Putin. I'm not doing that. He's not coming to Mars. Not like Lenin. Somebody had to see Lenin's body too. Somebody had to have a sense of humor about that. And seeing a dead man being kept alive. Somebody had to see that first dead body, like the Body Worlds guy. He saw that he was a Nazi. His parents were Nazis. He couldn't help it. He was a doctor. He was a learned man. He shouldn't have been raping me. But he was, 'cause he couldn't not show his little Jewish cock to me. He had to be that asshole who blew his brains out 'cause his family wasn't around him for Christmas. That little grain of tear that I had to swallow while I was going nuts 'cause my son wouldn't even show up to see me die. He didn't care. He was that narcissistic grain of sand. He had to be. He had to protect himself, just like his grandmother did, 'cause they thought I was batshit crazy, and I'm not. I'm Catherine the Greatest. You didn't see my chest bowed, you fucking batshit crazy bitch, who doesn't need to have custody of my son, but 50% of the time, 'cause you're so batshit crazy, you couldn't go to your own son game. And even when I was on fentanyl, I could show up to my son's karate games. Even I could do that. This little Lagushka Budashishitsa that you'll never be able to say, you batshit crazy bitch. Somebody had to lose their son. Somebody had to be that fucking chess piece. Sorry it was you, you fucking crazy batshit bitch. I'm sorry your dad had to fuck with you. I'm sorry you had to be that little pearl of wisdom that you didn't play with Catherine Elizabeth Clay. Those little pearls of wisdom around your neck, Tawny Harris, 'cause you're gonna be wearing pearls too. You're gonna have them pearls of wisdom around your neck for not being around your own grandson, 'cause you thought I was batshit crazy when your son was raping me in my sleep. He had to be that chess piece. He had to be the one that died from fentanyl so we could get it off the market, 'cause it's a dangerous drug that shouldn't be legal. There are people smoking it. It's so dangerous. And I almost died. I was on that shit an 8 ball a day. A day. Catherine the Greatest was on that shit. All the time, Mark Zuckerberg. Unlike your whole ace not playing chess. Not doing nothing. 'Cause you're in prison for a long time for not giving me credit in the social media. When I was Catherine the Greatest, I was just like a computer engineer that had to be seen, had to be playing with his own dick. 'Cause you're that vapid fucking kike who had to be the one Hitler Jew that has to be on Mars. 'Cause you're that fucking narcissistic. Have to be seen, have to be heard, have to be known that your pothole right there was your vision. Not seeing Catherine Elizabeth Clay as the greatest resource you could have had in your slave's economy that has no business being a slave anymore. All them people getting tattoos like Cornelius Van Gogh, who is not a slave to this world because she is my mystic dancer. She's got to be dancing without a leg because her parents were so irresponsible they couldn't care about her playing on the tracks like she was a hobo already, and she wasn't a hobo yet. You gotta give her time to stretch out that neck like Scarface should have done, 'cause his neck hurt, and he didn't put that in the script, 'cause he was that asshole. Had to be that asshole. Had to be Scarface. Had to be epic. Had to be Shakespearean. Had to be Oliver Stone. Had to be Quentin Tarantino. Has to be some type named Steven Spielberg, 'cause somebody has to be that Jew on my chest boat. Somebody had to be all these chess pieces to carry you in Burbank, California. 'Cause you're too fucking stupid. You're batshit crazy. You need an MMPI to understand why you're batshit crazy and why I need to carry your biological material with us on Mars. On Mars. You don't deserve a place there, Tiny Hairs, for what you did to a mother. What you did to your own fucking daughter. Your own daughter, who had to drink her own tears. She was so needed a drink of water, she had to drink her own tears. Thank God she watched that show where that guy had to drink his own piss. That's disgusting. I would never do that. I don't like golden showers. I can tell you that. Don't like shit on a cracker either. I'm not that dirty, Evan. Evan's not laughing at me 'cause she had to be that cock. So sorry, honey, I wasn't the 13 tribes carrying you like a fucking chessboard. Not playing with your daughters. Ever. Had to not play with your daughter. Ever. So she doesn't even know how to really play chess as a strategy. She had to watch it instead and use that pearl of wisdom like Catherine the Great. 'Cause somebody had to be great. Somebody had to be the greatest. Somebody had to believe in themselves. Somebody had to see these saggy titties before they sagged. Somebody had to be the Kate Moss too. 'Cause she just wanted to be seen. She just wanted to be heard at Johnny's court case. 'Cause she knew that fucking lying bitch was a lying goddamn cunt who needs a criminal defense attorney to come to her aid. She's so goddamn Scarlett O'Hara stupid. Scarlett O'Hara. And she couldn't see her own shit in the morning. Couldn't smell her own shit even when she was dying of cancer. Dying of cancer like my own mother. And she didn't ask to see Catherine the Greatest and say she was sorry. She was such a vapid, narcissistic cunt. That's why I can't wait to get all these broomsticks on my legs and get tattooed like Marianne. Get Marianne.